Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm having some issues with my responding to comments. I don't know what's going on, but I respond to them and they're not showing up on my page, or I don't know if it's going through as an inbox or what's happening, but I am answering them and I don't know where my answers are going. So I figured what I would do is I would kind of make an answer video and answer some of the questions that I've gotten lately, and then just kind of go from there. I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring them when I'm not. I don't really understand what's going on. I don't know if it's just because I do it from my phone or what. But I have mentioned this in the past. I know I showed it in one video. I do have a laptop, but it's a piece of junk. I can't go online with it or it crashes. So everything I do from my iPad and my phone. So if the videos are choppy or if anything like that, that's why. I don't actually even have an editing program. So, there's still a lot of things that I'm kind of a noob for, and I'm trying to, work on getting that fixed, but of course computers are really expensive and things like that, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me for that aspect. But I'm going to try my best to, maybe what I'll do is I'll start making a weekly answers video or something if the comment issue keeps up, but I definitely don't want people to think that I'm not answering them because, I do answer. I just don't know where the answers are going, or if they're even getting to somebody I don't know. So I figured this way I can answer them, everybody will get their answers, and nobody will feel like they're being ignored, because I definitely don't do that, and I wouldn't, I think that would really suck to feel that way. So I'm going to kind of be shouting people out here so you know that your question's being answered. And the first one I'm going to answer, now if I pronounce this wrong, I'm really sorry. I think it's Drillis J. I'll show you the name. Where is the name? Oh, of course, now it's not going to show up, is it? You can see her name there. And her question, she commented on my Tea Mama drama, the Pinto Exploring video, and her comment was, she was saying that it makes her miss her little Avik. He died of old age. And her question was to me is, why don't you handle any of your teas? I would let my Avik run all over my face, was her comment. So I get asked this quite a few times. One of the main reasons I don't handle my teas very often is, well, first off, I'm just getting used to it. I will be honest with you, I have been in this for over 2 years now, but I was really afraid of spiders, and for the longest time, handling them was something that was really hard for me to get used to. It was just the feeling of them on my skin. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, so it became more of a look but don't touch kind of thing. But that being said, I do have a few that I do handle on occasion. My Grandma Solopulchra I bring out fairly often. Before my curly hair matured, I started handling him fairly often. I don't make many videos of it because I find that people can be really 50-50 about handling teas, and teas are so fragile that it's hard for me to make a lot of videos about it because I don't want people to get it in their minds that, handling is a great thing. It can be a great thing. I think it's really neat. It's a cool way to bond with them. Really feeling them in your hands and things like that is a really neat experience. But that being said, I don't think handling's for everybody, and I don't really want to encourage something that doesn't really necessarily have to be done. And the other thing is, a lot of my teas are kind of defensive or, borderline aggressive. So I don't really handle most of them because there's a good chance that I'll get bit. I really am very careful on who I touch and who I don't, because a lot of them, like I said, are either defensive or just don't like it. Like my Pink Saber Beauty, for instance, she's pretty defensive at times. I've made that clear. I've mentioned that in the past. But to be honest with you, if you catch her in a moment where she's not defensive, she's very tense. And any sort of touching you do, you can feel the tenseness in her body. And so I really don't like touching her because it's clear that she just does not like human contact. So I try to respect their boundaries, you know what I mean? If they're not feeling it, they're not feeling it. And especially when you can feel it in her body, it's clear that she's just not okay with that. So yeah, the main reason I don't handle a lot of them is either because they're fairly defensive or they're just not fond of human contact. You know what I mean? I'm not going to force them. I want them to be comfortable, and if it makes them uncomfortable, I'm not going to do it. It's not fair to them. So I don't know if that makes sense or if that's an okay answer, but that's kind of my logic. Really, I only have 3 that I would consider touching out of my whole collection right now. So, and that's my Grammosolopocra, my Brachypelma alboplosum, and my Vicularia vicularia. I haven't actually really handled her yet. Which I actually do plan on doing soon. I think she'd be great to handle. She seems very laid back, so that I'm definitely excited for. I will make a video of that, being that it would be the first time handling her. So I'll definitely make a video of that when it comes down to it. But other than that, I don't make it, you know, an all-the-time thing to handle them. I will, before I move on to the next question, I will say that, funny little story, before I actually got my Euplasters campus dress, this was back like a while ago, like over 2 years ago, when I was thinking about what it would be like to own a tea, I kind of had this like fantasy, I guess if you will, a dream, I don't know, daydream, whatever, of holding a tea and just doing normal things, whether it be like being on the computer or iPad, watching TV, whatever. And I did actually get to do that, which was something that was really cool. I did that with Dante, and of course I didn't take a video of it because we were watching a show called Switch Step Earth. If you haven't checked out Switch Step Earth, I suggest you do. It's awesome. But anyway, so I kind of got to have that little bucket list moment of having him on my lap, and we got to watch TV together, which I know a lot of people do with their teas, so it probably doesn't seem that like cool, but to me it was like awesome that I got that opportunity. So I was very happy with that. So, but yeah, know that if you do handle your teas, it's at your own risk. You know, every tea does vary. You know, so just because my curly hair is really friendly doesn't necessarily mean that yours could be the same. You know, generally when it comes to like docile species, most of them are docile, but you know, every specimen does vary in temperament. So again, you're handling at your own risk. I know the risks. I know I could be bit, etc., etc. So, you know, just know the risks of what